Yeah.
There are 6 core principles of IDEA.
The first is free, appropriate public education, which is simply stating that students with disabilities have to attend public schools and receive educational services that have been designed specifically to address their special needs, possibly including specialized materials, settings, and technology. This education is provided at no cost to parents.
Then the least restrictive environment, also known as inclusion. Students with disabilities must be educated in an educational setting, most like that for students without disabilities. That is, the law clearly sets an expectations for students with disabilities and should not be assigned to separate classes or schools without access to typical peers, except to the extent it is only the option for them to be appropriately educated. For most students with disabilities, the LRE is a general education classroom for much or all of the school day. For some students, it is a combination of a general education and special education setting. For a few, a special education setting. For most or all of the school day is required.
Individualized education. The instructional services and other assistance for a student with disabilities must be tailored to meet his assisted needs according to the prepared Individualized Education Program, which is also known as the IEP. This is reviewed and updated annually. IEPs are written by a team of professionals and the student's parents. They are a sort of roadmap for educating the student. You will learn.
Non-discriminatory evaluations. The students must be assessed using instruments that do not discriminate on the basis of race, culture, and the disability and the type of disability that they have.
If a disability occurs concerning a student's eligibility for special education, the student's educational placement or the services, the student receives a specific set of informal and formal procedures must be followed in order to resolve the dispute. Generally, no changes can be made regarding the student's education until the issue has been resolved at a formal hearing and, if necessary, the appropriate courts. Collectively, these procedures are referred to as due process.
Okay, and zero reject or child fine. No student may be excluded from receiving a public education because of having a disability. That is, a school district representatives may not tell the parents of a child with a disability that the child has so many needs that they cannot be met through the public school system. If children have extraordinary needs, the school district is obligated to find a way to appropriately educate. He's really loud, I'm sorry. This provision also prohibits schools from excluding children who have communicable diseases such as AIDS, or from expelling students and ceasing the provision of special education services. The child fine part of this principle mandates that each state must be proactive in locating children who may be entitled to special education services.